Today, I'm doing a short video about conversations between solo travelers. I have traveled the world, both solo and with a friend, and one of the main differences I noticed is that when I'm traveling solo, I generally meet a lot more people. It makes sense that it is disarming when people don't feel like they're interrupting a conversation, and it just makes you more approachable when you're alone, I think. But on my first big round of solo travel, I noticed that as much as I loved meeting new people and hearing their stories, the questions I was asked were always the same. Where are you from? What do you do? How long have you been traveling? And it's not that I don't enjoy answering these questions, but every time I met up with another traveler, I felt like I was just going through the motions. It was always the same. It rarely had the depth that I generally crave. And part of that is because we are wired for relationships with people. And it isn't the most relational thing to only have one conversation with someone. So how can you skip beyond the clutter of shallow conversations and get relational fast? In my last video, I talked about how I watched my friend Danielle navigate quickly into deep relational water with people in our hostel in Croatia. This, my friends, is an art. As someone who isn't always a good listener and isn't always good at asking questions, it has helped me to learn to be intentional in this area. Just because great questions don't naturally come to mind for me doesn't mean I can't be intentional and prepare in advance for whatever conversations may come my way. So let's talk about what will hopefully spur some better conversations during your travel and maybe just anywhere. Let's start with our posture in the conversation. Listen and respond. Not gonna lie, this advice came from the movie Hitch. But that's the thing, this doesn't just apply to dating. This is good advice for anyone, especially people like me who aren't born as natural listeners. Pay attention to what the person is saying, and instead of thinking about what you will say at them in response, think of what questions you can ask to dig a bit deeper. When you do this, you show a genuine interest in the person, and you get to a relational level of conversation much faster. It's not that you won't speak at all, but likely it will take you both down a better conversation line. Now, let's talk about some great questions to ask. These are just some ideas to keep in your back pocket. You might not open with these, but see if you can get one in within the first few minutes of conversation. What is your greatest fear? What is the greatest struggle you've overcome? What is the closest you've been to being arrested? What's the last book you read? Where do you go when you need to be alone? If your life were to be a movie, what would be the title? Like I said, these are just ideas. Now, I just know that some introverts who are great listeners are watching this video and thinking of some extrovert friends like me who need to see it. We need you in our lives. Don't give up on us. Do you have any great questions that you like to ask for good conversation? Tell me about it in the comments. If this video has helped you to just consider how you have conversation with others, hit the like button, and while you're there, subscribe to join me on this adventure. I know that solo travel can be a lonely place sometimes, but hopefully with some intentionality, we can at least make those one-time conversations really meaningful. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to see where your dreams will take you.